Once upon a time, there was a man named David who had dreams of greatness. He wanted to start his own business, travel the world, and live a life full of purpose. But for years, David remained stuck in the same place, watching others succeed while he stood still. Every time he thought about taking a step forward, a little voice inside his head would whisper, "Not now. You're too tired. You're not ready." And so, the excuses piled up, like bricks building a wall between him and his dreams. David's life was a constant cycle of delay. "I start tomorrow," he'd say, or "I don't have the time right now." Weeks turned into months, and months into years, but nothing ever changed. He was frustrated, but rather than facing the challenge head-on, he continued to make excuses. His fear of failure disguised itself as practicality, telling him to wait for the perfect moment. But deep down, David knew that no such moment would ever come. One day, while walking through a serene garden, David met the wise gardener. The gardener asked him, "Why do you look so troubled, my friend?" David sighed and began to list the reasons why his life hadn't changed. The timing was wrong, he didn't have the right resources, and he feared what others might think. The wise gardener smiled and said, "Let me tell you a story." He knelt beside a tiny plant just beginning to sprout. This plant, too, could have made excuses. It could have waited for perfect weather, for richer soil, for the perfect moment to grow. But instead, it used what it had: sunlight, water, and time. Day by day, it grew stronger. He looked up at David and said, "The day you stop making excuses, you start to grow. There's no perfect time, no perfect moment, there's only now. The more excuses you make, the more you keep yourself from the life you deserve." David felt the weight of the gardener's words. For the first time, he realized that the only thing holding him back wasn't lack of time, resources, or skills, it was the excuses he made. That day, he made a decision: no more excuses. He began small, taking one step toward his dream each day. It wasn't always easy, but the more consistent he became, the closer his dreams got. Weeks passed, and something amazing happened. David started to see results. The business idea he'd been putting off, it became real. The personal goals he had, they were now within reach. All because he stopped waiting for the perfect moment and started creating it. The wise gardener's lesson was clear: excuses are the biggest enemy of progress. Every time you make one, you build a wall between you and your potential. But the day you stop making excuses, everything changes. You realize that the power to achieve your dreams has been within you all along. So, what excuse are you holding on to? The wise gardener asked. Let it go, and watch your life transform. To all of you watching, remember this: the power to change your life is in your hands. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, it doesn't exist. Start today, take that first small step, and commit to it. In time, you'll see the results. Share this video if it resonated with you, and comment below what's one excuse you're leaving behind today. Let's grow together.